Good evening, friends, followers and channel members. Happy Friday. Friday night, let's do a flight. And what an amazing flight we should have for you this evening. We're in Edinburgh. We've got a long flight. We're off to Iceland tonight, chasing the sun west over the Atlantic. So if Microsoft Flight Simulator delivers how it usually does during the sort of sunset time, then, well, it should look spectacular all the way there. This is the first time as well we've done a long-ish flight over open water in the FENIX, which hopefully will be absolutely fine, like you'd always expect. But I don't know, it's just a little bit more exciting, isn't it? We're in the FENIX, and not only the FENIX as well, this is actually a new test build of the FENIX, so there are a few different optimization things going in. I'm also hoping that the pushback tug will do its full job and not wimp out on us halfway through the push, so we'll check that out as well, and fingers crossed all goes well with the new test. Then this will obviously be pushed to an update very soon by Amir and the rest of the FENIX staff, so looking forward to that this evening as well. So welcome everybody who's coming on board. We've got Alfie, Klaus, Nick, Pat, Dark Fury, Simon, Mona, Brian Dyer, hello, happy Friday to you, my friend. Danny Rubble, good evening show, hi everyone. And Granjova on Twitch. So Granulova on Twitch asking, does the pushback work for me with the FENIX? Well, as I've just said, this is a new test version. We're hoping that obviously it will work, and then it'll get rolled out as an update to everybody who has got the FENIX as soon as possible. But the fact that we've got a nice chilled out flight over the Atlantic tonight, really looking forward to that. I think we've got a little bit of VATSIM ATC to kick us off with here in Edinburgh. Yeah, we do. Oh, look at that. Is that Austrian just touching down in the background? Is he touching down or departing? I hope he's not departing. He's not going fast enough. Austrian just touched down in the background. Yeah, so what a better way, what better way is there to spend a Friday night than a beautiful night like this? Grab yourself a drink, come on board, and let us take you to Iceland. It's the start of the holidays again, half term here in the UK. It doesn't really seem like 2 minutes since they were just on holiday, so I can't believe that they're already off again for a week. So we thought we'd do a flight to a holiday destination. I popped that on the Discord a little bit earlier as well, didn't I? I said, well, we're going to a nice holiday destination. I bet you were all thinking somewhere warm. Well, Iceland's obviously a gorgeous holiday destination if anyone has ever been. Dr. Magic, bank holiday soon, could be the FENIX time for you. I think there's going to be lots of FENIX flights on Thursday and Friday of this week here, bank holiday in the UK, as we're celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So a little bit later start time than normal, and that's because as it is a new build, I've had to calibrate a few things, get new air cycles installed, make sure all of that's working. So we'll go get on board and get ourselves set up. The operational flight plan for today, let me pop that in the chat if you are watching on YouTube. We've got a flight time of 2 hours and 12 minutes for you this evening. And I've just realised I'm a little bit thirsty, so I'm going to have to go and grab a drink once we're airborne and happy. Right, so the operational flight plan should be pinned for you guys in the chat if anyone needs to go ahead and grab that. So let's go and get on board, and we'll start setting up. So as you can see, at the moment the GPU is connected, chocks and cones are down, and we've got the doors all loaded and all opened. I think catering has already been brought on board, and we're just nicely in a cold and dark state set up here. External power is connected, fuel pumps are off, packs 1 and 2 are off, APU is also currently off, nav lights on, that's fine. Just come down here, we'll check, we don't want Unicom, we'll want the Edinburgh ground frequency, which is 12175. Go ahead and set that for the moment. We'll connect up in a little bit. 12175, there we go. And we'll just check switching panel, thrust levers, engine masters, flight deck doors currently unlocked, parking brake set, flaps levers fine, squawking 2000. Right, so happy with all of that. Let's go ahead and get our current ATIS. So, have we got an ATIS available? In fact, we will have. We can use our trusty electronic flight bag for that. Let's go ahead and grab the flight details as well. Enrico, you got a question about something that appeared on the navigation display you can't find in the often. Can you send a link to the picture here? You can't send a link to the picture here in the chat on YouTube, but you can on our Discord server. Or of course you can just try and describe it, and hopefully we'll be able to let you know what that was. 32 minutes, so passengers are going to start getting on board pretty soon. Let's grab the ATIS then, see what we've got. So Edinburgh information, Tango is current, obviously we need to know that. Runway 24 in use, great visibility, few clouds, that's alright. 13 degrees, 1023. We'll go ahead and set that up as well, and we're parked at stand 1. So 1023 and 1023 up here. Get those on. And our initial climb out today, I'm expecting goes on 1 Charlie, so the initial climb should be 6,000 feet. Welcome to everybody who's coming on board. You're just joining us as we start setting up our flight to Iceland, Keflavik this evening. So, a quick look at the operational flight plan beforehand, then skimming through that, we can see that the weather in Keflavik tonight is actually going to be really rather nice. No issues getting in there, light winds, and great visibility. So, in terms of the fuel and what we're going to load, let's have a look and see what we've got. So, our plug fuel this evening is 8.5 tons. Okay, well, as we're covering some distance tonight and we're still not 100% accurate on the fuel burn for the FENIX and what plus factor to use, I'm going to throw an extra ton on there. So we're going to go and take 9.5 tons of fuel on board. We'll start boarding and refueling in a while. We've got about half an hour before we're scheduled to push back. So, in order to start getting passengers on board, we need some APU bleed, don't we? J-Hog, good evening to you. Christian, good evening, mate. Indeed, we are in Edinburgh. It's not in Wales, Christian. It's got some vowels in it. Right, that's the APU started. And then quick look through. So here's the weather briefing in Keflavik at the moment. Look at that, we've got a few clouds, 4,200 feet, broken 30,000 feet, and temperature is currently 13, might get down to 8, so not bad at all, but cav okay as well. Great stuff. Enrico, minus 15 fuel factor words, great for you. How long are the flights you're doing, Enrico? Minus 15 sounds rather dramatic to me. So perhaps we'll check it out on this flight today. So that's all right. Quick skip through the NOTAMs here. We've got nothing for our departure. So that's all good. And then the I don't want the documents. I just want to scroll down to the bottom and check check out the en route weather, which should be... Oh, why isn't the en route weather shown? Or is it in the weather brief? Do they pop that in there? Oh, FENIX is so good. Right, so we can have a look there. We've got icing, but that's 20,000 feet. We're going to be above that on our flight routing today, so that's all fine. Yeah, the extra fuel we've loaded is should be more than enough. Right, we'll go to our mass and balance. We'll start getting things loaded in a second. 132 passengers is planned. Can't get them loaded though until, of course, the APU bleed and the packs are on. So we'll just give that a minute, then we'll start getting those on. Whilst we're here, then let's start setting a couple of things up. Failures are set to realistic as always, so that's okay. IRS, we should have 3 nav green. Indeed we do. 3 nav green is set. And check I've also got the correct nav database. Aircraft status. Yeah, that's the correct database. Excellent. In that case, we just need to head over and pull in the information from SimBrief. AOC, flight request, and do that. Don't know if pre-departure clearance is available here at Edinburgh ground. Doesn't say so in their notes, so we'll use old-fashioned voice. Christian, what's new in the test build? General bug fixes, but the big thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is if the pushback tug works, and some optimization as well. Right, 2 hours and 12 minutes. Let's get our init request, clear the scratch pad out so all of those are gone. There we go. And we'll start getting the passengers on board in a moment. Self-loading cargo will, as always, be providing our cabin sounds this evening. 1 minute 24 seconds, that's fine. So APU bleed is on, pack 1 and 2. I must say, whilst panning around the flight deck, there seems to be a lot less stuttering going on, which is nice to see. Right, so let's start getting the passengers board then, shall we? And the fuel, of course.
Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags start to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
22 minutes to load our aircraft, and just keep an eye out. Make sure that's boarding. Yeah, bags are going on, and passengers are starting to come on board as well. Enrico, you sent the picture on the Discord server. That's fine, mate. Someone I'm sure will get back to you. Right, refueling is underway. We've got the company message, so presumably that'll be the preliminary load sheet. There it is. We'll use that to help set up in a moment. So our flight number today is it's not alphanumeric, it's just numeric. Is easy 6941. Cost index on the flight plan is 8. And we're planning today, our final cruise level is going to be flight level 380. We'll download the winds. There we are. And we'll just check IRS, see where we are. So we're parked at stand 1 here in Edinburgh. Just cross-check the coordinates with that. Stand 1 should be 55568 and 322. Spot on. Onto the flight plan page. So, departing runway 24, goes on 1 Charlie is expected. Which takes us out via the Uniform Whiskey NDB, and then from there 9.5 miles, 14 miles, Mavics, and then Gozen. All the constraints looks good as well. And at the other end for our arrival, we're going to be expecting the ILS 01 Zulu. There it is. And that brings us in on the Baslu 3 November, where the VIA is Dexon. Insert. 900, reading that backwards, aren't I? 798 miles. Operational flight plan is 800 miles. 2 miles difference out of those figures. So that for me is very good. Enrico, welcome to the First Officers Club, my friend. Grab yourself a drink when you get on board. Thank you so much. And of course, you're already in our Discord server, so make sure you get yourself logged into the members lounge. Look forward to having you on board tonight. Thank you so much for your support. Right, so flight plan is set up. RadNav page, then we can put the Uniform Whiskey NDB in, which is part of our departure. So just pop that in there. And I'll also pop in the Glasgow VOR, as we will be headed towards that in a little while. Right, on to our Init B page. This is where we can use our load sheet to grab the information we need. So, our zero fuel weight on the preliminary load sheet is 56.5. Our zero fuel weight CFG is 29.7. Fuel for our alternate tonight is probably going to be quite high, given we're over in Iceland. It's going to be, let's call that 1.9 tons. Fuel for the alternate then, 1.9. Trip wins we don't need, they're already downloaded. Fuel planning, let's see what we've got. We're planning to take 9.5 tons, and the aircraft has said 8.4. Wonderful. So we've got 9.5 tons planned. That gives us an extra 33 minutes of flight time. Our takeoff weight then is going to be 65.8, which is above the maximum landing weight, so we just need to flag that up. Landing weight will be 60, so that's an underload of around 5.5 tons. Good. Right, on to our performance page then. Let's come back to our tablet, start doing our departure performance calculations. So we're going to be departing planned runway 24, weather is of course dry, flaps 1, don't need to force toga, anti-ice will be off, packs will be off. That takeoff weight 65.8, and that CFG is, oh what was that? It was takeoff weight 27.6. There we go. Pop the live weather in. No intersections departures today. We're going to go for full length. I think we'd struggle to get out on Charlie anyway. And there we go. So we have got 140, 140, 143. Transition altitude here is 6,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration altitude 1,100, 1,100. Engine out 1,100. Flaps 1. And the flex is 64. There we go. Secondary flight plan then for our engine out procedure. Let me grab SimSmart to find this out. And again, just a reminder, we're not bothered about any of the takeoff weights and V-speeds and values. We're just using this to get our engine out procedure, which is just here. Right, so this is non-standard. So at 8 miles from the India Tango Hotel, which India Tango Hotel, that's the ILS DME, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so 8 miles from there, we are making a right turn, max speed 230 knots, to the Edinburgh NDB and entering the hold. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that in. So in that case, our engine out SID will be here, and that is India Tango Hotel, place. The bearing is our runway track, which here in Edinburgh for the departure runway 24 is 241 degrees at 8 miles. 1089, just check that is the correct one. I am sure it is. 108.9 as confirmed there on the chart. And store. So now we can pop that in. And then after that engine out waypoint, we're making a right turn to Echo Delta November. Enter the hold. And the inbound track is 241, and that consists then of left turns. Now, one thing I do want to check is, after the engine out procedure, are we actually making a right turn? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do then, we're going to have to manipulate this just a little bit. So, just to talk you through this, so the engine out procedure is basically to fly straight out on a runway heading, and then at 8 miles we need to make a right hand turn back to the Edinburgh NDB, which is over the just before the airfield, just here. But how can we make sure that the aircraft, if we activate the secondary flight plan, makes a right hand turn and not a left hand turn? Obviously very important, we've got terrain down here. So what I'm going to do now is, after the engine out procedure, I am just going to go in here and pop in another little waypoint. So I'm going to pop in the place engine out procedure. I'm going to pop a bearing in there, just a northerly bearing, so 360 will do. And we can just put that at 3 miles. Pop that in there. And now this should recompute after place bearing distance 01. We now clear that discontinuity. That should then take us back to Edinburgh. There we are. So we're forcing the aircraft then to make a right turn to come back and enter the hold there at Edinburgh. Good, that's done. Now let's just go in there, change our destination, because we will come back into Edinburgh should the worst happen. And that will be an arrival ILS 24, no stars, and we can bring it in from the NDB. To be fair, we could probably just leave the hold and come back in, just check that. That probably looks better. So let's leave that as is, and that's all set up. Danny, you don't get what I did there. So I've connected the engine out to the normal departure. All I did was, because after we fly to 8 miles out on the runway track, we need to make a right-hand turn. So the Edinburgh NDB is literally directly behind us. So if we left it, the aircraft might choose to go right, it might choose to go left in order to get back to the NDB EDN. In order to force the aircraft to make a right-hand turn, I added a waypoint just slightly to the north of the engine out waypoint, so that it would indeed make a right-hand turn, not a left-hand turn. Okay, so that is that's all done and set. Happy with that. The idea, of course, being that hopefully we shall never need to use it. So I'm going to come back down here, check how our boarding is going. There we go. So on with boarding. Let's contact air traffic control now and see what they want us to do. Hi, the pilot. No, not a new version just yet. This is just a new test build, which hopefully fixes a few bugs, better optimization, including the pushback, which obviously we'll get to check in a moment. So 12175, just check the frequency there. Yeah, they're still online. In fact, Tower's online as well, 118.7. So just make a note of that, because I'm going to need that in a little bit. Right, we're on tower frequency 12175. Let's give them a call and see exactly what they want us to do. So we're expecting runway 24 goes on 1 Charlie, initial climb 6,000. Edinburgh ground, good evening, easy 6941, stand 1, type A320, requesting IFR clearances filed to Keflavik. We have information Tango.
Easy 6941, good evening. You are cleared to Keflavik via the GoSam 1 Charlie departure, and your squawk is 7275.
Cleared via the GoSam 1 Charlie, squawk 7275, easy 6941.
Easy 6941, readback is correct. Break, November 172 Sierra Papa. Edinburgh Tower's just come online. Contact him now, 118.7. Have a good flight.
Contact.
Okay, so initial climb is 6,000 feet. I am going to double check that actually. Yep, initial climb 6,000 feet. On this track, not the northerly track. There we go, that's fine. Right, refueling is all completed, so we'll go ahead, get the pumps back on. Seatbelt signs are coming as well. APU is up and running, so we can get rid of our external power. A couple of other things I can check while we're down here. Let's check the fuel. That's all loaded and nicely balanced. Hydraulics are all good as well. And check the pressure. Landing elevation 150. All good. 13 degrees here in Edinburgh this evening. Right, let's run some checklists. So we can run our before start checklist for the moment. So cockpit preparation is all set. Signs are on and auto. ADIRS we have 39 green, 3 nav green. Fuel quantity is 9480 kilograms. The FMGS is set, altimeter is 1023. Now, I say the FMGS is set, it is, but I just need to check that final load sheet when that comes through. Let's do a quick brief then. So, weather here in Edinburgh is all good. Nice weather. Good visibility. Aircraft, of course, is the A320 from the FENIX simulations and fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar, which we're aware of. No NOTAMs on our departure today. Threats to be aware of. Minimum safe altitude as we depart 3,000, and then we move into the 3,900 sector. We've got terrain just down here to the south, but ultimately we should be okay with stuff like that. Let's talk about the push and how we're going to fly out. So we're stand 01, we're going to push back facing north on Echo. They will then most likely be told Echo, Foxtrot, and then Alpha. Don't think they'd take us off here because that's normally where they bring aircraft in. And then we'll be expecting full length to hold at Delta 1. Nice straight out departure on the goes in 1 Charlie to the Edinburgh NDB. Initial climb 6,000 feet. We've got that set on the FCU. And no higher than 6,000 until told by air traffic control. It's Candy89. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're having a good Friday. Nearly done with the boarding now, I see. Oh, so whilst we're just waiting for the last few passengers to get on board, let me just see what's our departure time. Hoping to push back in around 7 minutes. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Good long flight for everyone this evening. It's going to be a late one as we head over to Keflavik. 2 hours 20 minutes the flight time. If we can get out of here and depart sort of at in the next 20 minutes, that'd be quite nice. Have to wait and see, won't we? So everyone get yourself settled in, grab yourself a drink, and we'll look forward to some beautiful views. There goes the British Airways that I think is also off to Keflavik this evening. That's got to be Nick, hasn't it? Is that Nick in the British Airways? I'll bet it is. Enrico says you don't fly the A320 Neo anymore, so the fly-by-wire. Happy with your FENIX? Yeah, well, obviously we will still fly the fly-by-wire because the work those guys have done is nothing short of amazing. And let's be honest, you can't exactly argue with the cost either, can you? So Nick, once again, getting out in front of me. Oh, I think passengers may have just loaded. I've heard the door, I think the door just closed. Yeah, there goes the jetway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, we've got our final load sheet now, so we can go ahead and check what the actual weights are. Right, so our final zero fuel weight is 56.4. Let's update that. And our takeoff weight is 65.6. Excellent. It's lower than our planned takeoff weight. Don't need to rerun the calculations. Our zero fuel weight C of G is 30.1. And our takeoff weight C of G is 27.7. That is what we're going to set the trim to. And accept. No need to rerun the departure performance calculations because our takeoff weight is actually a little bit lighter than the planned. So someone's missed the flight. did it tell us how many passengers we actually have on? Yeah, 132 passengers. Okay, so then, happy with how everything is here. I'm now going to run that before start checklist again, actually, as we're now fully set. So, cockpit preparation is complete. Signs are on and auto. DS3 nav green. Fuel quantity is now 9470. FMGS is set. Altimeter is 1023, and that's 70 feet. Rocksteady, thank you so much for a nice early £10 super chat there saying, hello, once upon a time I used to go clubbing on a Friday night. Now I like to enjoy being a virtual passenger with a few beers, family life. Have a great fight. Rocksteady, I think I'm certainly at that stage of life. The kids change things, don't they? Kids and age change things a lot, but Roxanne, that's incredibly kind. Thank you so much, and never a truer word on this channel has ever been spoken than that. Right, I'm going to get our tug into position, and then we can tell ATC that we're good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Gavin, and I would like to welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft. We expect a good flight with you today with no weather problems showing in front of us, so we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention. A special welcome on board to our Easyjet Sim Pilot members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our Easyjet Sim Pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we are airborne.
Easy 6941, push and start is approved, face north.
Cabin crew, we're about ready to push back, so if you can please arm the door there for cross-check, thank you.
Edinburgh ground, Easy 59 Juliet Golf, Airbus 320 at stand A4 with information S, requesting clearance to Keflavik.
Easy 59 Juliet Golf, you're cleared to Keflavik, Gosling 1 Charlie departure, squawk 6465.
Cosmic 1 departure 6465, Easy 59 Juliet Golf.
59 Juliet Golf, feedback is correct.
Ground Easy 875, ready for taxi.
Easy 875, taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Foxtrot and Alpha.
Okay, so off we go back. Didn't realise the microphone was muted there, my apologies. God knows when I did that. But anyway, we're now pushing back. Let's see if this tug does its job in this new test build.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin.
Engine number 1
Guide you to an
stabilised.
exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be
Starting
behind.
engine 2.
In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children.
Easy 875, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7. Have a good flight, bye-bye.
Window blinds open.
Forward to Tower 118.7, thanks for the service.
We wish you
Easy
a pleasant
875.
flight with Easyjet.
Okay, pushback tug seems to be working. Fantastic. So, engine number 2 is now stabilised. Engine mode selector to normal. APU can come off. Anti-ice is not required. And spoilers and rudder flaps 1, and we're setting 27.7. Pushback is completed. Setting parking brakes. Fantastic. Oh, I'm really glad that the FENIX team look like they've going to have solved this issue, because the pushback was just one of the biggest letdowns. Okay, whilst they move out the way, we'll do a flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left, and neutral. After start checklist. So our anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim 27.7, and rudder is 0. Andy, you've broken and you're getting the FENIX on Monday. Fantastic news. Really good news. You're going to love it. Ground easy, 6941, ready for taxi.
Easy 6941, taxi to holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Echo and Alpha.
Holding point Delta 1 for runway 24 via Echo Alpha, easy 6941. Okay, so looks like we are taking, we are crossing Echo 1 on the taxi, so that's just here straight out and then a right. Must not be any aircraft coming in. Taxi lights on. Nice to do a departure, an evening departure as well, in the late evening sun. So, quick PEDS check. Performance hasn't changed, it's going to be flex QNH 1023. Engine out procedure is non-standard. And as you recall, at 8 miles DME from the ILS India Tango Hotel, actually we'll get the landing system turned on as well. For that, just to confirm, it's going to be a right hand turn. We'll do that at green dot speed. And we make a right hand turn to the Edinburgh NDB and into the hold there. Departure is goes on 1 Charlie, and our initial climb is 6,000. I can hear those little dings going off in the background while taxiing on this. Von McLean gifting 5 EasyJet memberships. Von, how kind of you. Thank you so much. And for Trev, Edwin, and Bandit Man, Zhao Pino, and Sid, congratulations. And welcome to the EasyJet Sim Pilot channel membership. And Dark Fury also gifting a membership as well for Black Blood. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate that. Really kind of you guys too.
EG59 Juliet Golf, push and start is approved, face north.
Roger.
Right, once I'm on this, once I'm on the Alpha taxiway in a moment, we'll make a turn. Christian hits a membership train. I love the scenery as well. Pyrenees, Edinburgh Airport. Okay, now we're on the straight and narrow. Let's do our before takeoff checklist. So flight controls have been checked. Departure briefing is confirmed. Flap setting is config 1. FMA takeoff data. 140 blue, 143 magenta. Climb nav blue, 152, 6000 blue. And flex 64. Transponder is on. Ecam memo. Takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. Ben Airbus 330. Hello, Rue. Am I having autopilot disconnect issues whilst cruising? I haven't had any. I've seen other people say that they've had them, so not too sure what's causing that for some people. Pilot Vinny, thank you for subscribing. Welcome on board our flight this evening to Keflavik. David, no aircraft sounds? There are indeed. I will make sure they're turned up for our departure so you guys can hear those. And I do turn those up quite strong as well, so you may want to turn your speakers down when we do that. Unless, of course, you love these FENIX sounds, and let's be honest with you, they are pretty phenomenal, aren't they? Qatar Dreamliner just there. Did they stop the Dreamliners whilst COVID was on? Can't recall if they did. Ooh!
EG6941, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.7.
I was just wondering if they changed the views there. Over to Tower, thanks for the service, EG6941, good night. Don't think we have any area control in for Scotland tonight. So we'll contact Tower in a moment. Let's just get ourselves nicely tucked in behind this A320. I think I need to update my AIG. Mind you, I don't know what aircraft that is meant to be in front of me, but obviously I don't have that livery installed. Edinburgh Tower, good evening. EG6941 on frequency, holding at Delta 1.
EG6941, Edinburgh Tower, roger.
James L, you live in the new FENIX, you've just got it today. I bet you are. Awesome, isn't it?
54, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear down runway 24 with a 54.
Speedbird 464, no further ATC, Monitor Unicorn 122.8. Over to Unicorn 122.8, Speedbird 464, thanks for your ATC tonight, bye bye. Cheers, see you.
So we've got a Wizz Air coming in at the moment. Wait for him to land. We've got one departure ahead of us. Von, which one am I running? It's quite an oldish one actually. Well, I say old. I can't recall the last time I updated it. I think what I need to do, I need to go and download the GitHub version of the AIG models because it's a lot easier than the traffic manager.
Edinburgh Tower, very good evening. Golf Sierra 0 November, Papa mic check.
Denglade, when will I release the FENIX A320 tutorials? So I'm in the process of filming those at the moment. Obviously, quite time consuming because we put a lot into those, and whilst doing live streams as well, of course. If only there were more hours in the day. You have to love the graphics of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It never fails to astound me. We'll turn our taxi lights off so we don't blind the Wizz Air as he comes in. Christian, you sat here in the rear section. You'd like to have a nice 22 degrees. Could I turn the could I turn the temperature down to the left? Go on then, for you. Anyone else want cooling down? I don't mind a nice cosy cabin, or rather a cosy cockpit. So I'm going to leave that where it is. Of course, if you do get too warm, I can just open this window. That actually works here in the FENIX. You can see it changing the temperature of the air inside the cockpit, which is just crazy. Now.
Easyjet 75 behind the landing Wizz Air A320 via Delta 1, line up runway 24 behind.
Nice
looking. Runway 24 and wait behind, sorry, line up on
touchdown from the Wizz Air there. Baseman, you watched my videos on installing custom views for the FENIX, sorry, for the fly-by-wire. Is it the same for the FENIX? Yep, absolutely the same.
Golf Sierra Sierra November Papa, we have information uniform on board, request the 172, requesting VFR circuits if possible.
Golf Sierra Sierra November Papa, contact the ground 121.75.
121.75, sorry I didn't see that online, my bad.
Yeah, no problem.
Wonder if there's anything else on final, or whether we'll get permission to line up behind what I believe is an Easyjet in front of us. Not quite sure why he's not showing. We definitely have Easyjet liveries installed. Look at the scratches on the windscreen.
Easy 875 to wind 26 degrees 10 knots, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Easy 875.
Wizz Air, correction, Wizz Air 54, left on Alpha, hold at Alpha 12, contact the ground 121.750.
Left on Alpha, hold Alpha 1, and we'll contact the ground at 121.750, Wizz Air 54.
EC6941 behind the company, departing company FE20, via Delta 1 line at runway 24 behind.
Behind departing company A320, line up and wait behind runway 24, easy 6941. Right, let's get the lights on. Packs off. TCAS. Let's line ourselves up. Before takeoff checklist below the line. Cabin is secured. Engine mode selector is normal. TCAS TARA packs off. Anti-ice is off.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff, please.
Baseman, I do indeed have custom camera views set up for the FENIX. They're available on our Discord server in the pilot's briefing room.
EC875, no further ATC, modest Unicom 122-8.
Over to Unicom now, 122.8, thank you for your service, Easy875.
Cheers, yeah.
So we can expect to wait a couple of minutes just for separation from the company aircraft in front. Oculus on Monday coming as a new PC, big, expensive, and fully prepared for the FENIX 320. You can't wait. The bank love you.
Edinburgh, Easy 59 Juliet Golf, holding at Delta 1. Easy 59 Juliet Golf, Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon. Behind the departing company A320 via Delta 1 line at runway 24 behind. Roger, Edinburgh Tower.
There's another Easyjet non-livery.
Easy 6941, the wind 26 degrees 10 knots, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, easy 6941. Okay guys, I will turn up the sounds. Enjoy. Takeoff. Chrono. 50% in 1. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. And flex, SRS and runway. Checked. V1, rotate.
Positive right, gear up.
Set climb thrust. Thrust climb, climb. Autopilot 1 engaged.
Edinburgh Charlie, Easy 59, you've got a Golf lined up on runway. Roger, Breakback, Easy 6941, no further ATC for you, monitor Unicom 122.8.
122.8, thanks for the service, Easy 694, good night.
Bye.
Okay, so no further ATC, let's clear ourselves up. Flight level 200. Pop that into open climb, so got thrust climb, open climb, and flight level 200 standard pressure.
Juliet Golf to wind 260 degrees at 9 knots, runway 24, clear for takeoff. Easy 59 Juliet Golf, clear to takeoff.
And that's it, we are on our way to Iceland. We'll be there 2 hours 20 minutes from now. Fingers crossed. Maybe with that sun visible for the entire time, which would make the view of this flight just absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't it? Okay, ding the cabin. They've got a lot of work to do for you guys tonight on a flight such as this. They can start prepping their drinks. And let's move over to Unicom 122.8. Welcome everybody that's come on board for the takeoff. Hope you stick around as we head out over the North Atlantic pretty soon. Have I checked no times for volcano activity? Nothing jumped up. We'll read the no times as we're en route. We've got plenty of time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
So, passing 10,000 feet. Let's check. So, our cruise level is going to be flight level 38. That's what we want to get up to. Our optimum at the moment, because we're quite heavy with all the fuel we've got on. So, we're going to go and let's go for flight level 340 for the time being. So, flight level 340 blue. Clear out the radnav. Just the one. VOR and NDB is set. Fantastic. Everything looks nice, fine and dandy. No turbulence. Seatbelt signs can come off. Nice and early. Long flight. Don't want to keep you guys sat in your seats any longer than I need to.
captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Would be nice, wouldn't it, if we managed to keep up with the sun. We're not just flying west, of course, but we're also flying north, so there is a good chance. Mitchell Taylor, membership for 10 months, saying, love the content, keep it up. Mitchell, thank you so much for your support over the last 10 months. Really, really do appreciate that. Very kind of you. Red Thread, does FENIX have windshield protectors from the sun? Yes, indeed. So if we go up here. There we go. Oh, look at that. How neat is that? That is gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. See, for somebody like me who started flight simming back with flight sim 95? Yeah, Flight Sim 95, and falling in love with aviation all over again then. To see a simulator like this, of this quality, is just otherworldly. And Track, good evening to you. Passing flight level 180. This is a gorgeous view, isn't it, this? That is awesome. David, yesterday you did flight from Aberdeen to Manchester, hit some turbulence and it was pretty rough, and by the time it was over, we'd already started on our descent. So, seatbelt signs would have been on anyway. Yeah. Oh, love that. The strobe's just flashing through. Now, this is interesting. If I get rid of that, can we see the aircraft? Look at that! I've got no chance of seeing that aircraft now, with the sun there. Throw the blind down. There he is! How stunning is that? So Danny, the back's bank angle is 30 degrees. Autopilot takes care of that for us. It was just part of the departure. He's getting us back on track now as well, as you look. There we go. The really good thing about these sun visors here in the FENIX is not only do they look good, but they're not just a gimmick. To say that, you know, oh look, we've got a sun visor. Doesn't this orange sheet look great? But it actually serves a functional purpose. I can now see the traffic ahead of me. Watch, if you haven't seen this already, just watch the brightness of the displays here, so we can read the displays quite clearly at the moment. Watch what happens when I shift that. The glare makes them a little bit more difficult to read. So obviously, having this down is not just for aesthetic purposes. It serves an actual purpose here in the simulator as well. Enrico, can you extend can you select the CPU cores? I don't believe so. No. Mitchell, you thought I was going to do the whole flight as an FO. No, it's a simulator, mate. I can pretend to be a captain on this one. Even the clouds look good through the sun visor, don't they? Get my sun visor down. Get my tray table out. Excellent. Red Thread, what about fog? Does it have anything for that? No, just like the real world, if you're coming into land during fog, you might want to turn your landing lights off. Because of exactly the same reason why you don't really put your high beam on when you're driving through thick fog. You can't see anything. Christian, if the sun visor was bigger, it'd look like you were on Mars. Dark says his tray table has the checklist on it. I'll look out for that. I don't think that's realistic, but that's a nice touch. J Hug, are we taking bets on you getting down in one piece? You'll get into Iceland in one piece, it's fine. I think even the winds are light up there tonight. I love the fact that we can see those strobe lights from that aircraft. That is really neat. Fabrice, will there be a food plate in a future version? It probably wouldn't be a food plate, it would be a pack-up of sandwiches, maybe a sausage roll or something like that. I could quite happily sit here for the next 2 hours and look at this kind of view. Chat with you guys. Which, to be honest, is exactly what we're doing. Rocksteady, the only thing your tray table has on is crumbs. David asks in the sim if you can see the Northern Lights. That's not modelled yet. I don't know if that's on the roadmap. You expect it would be at some point. Didn't FSX even have the Northern Lights in? Not that I recall ever seeing them. Enrico, can I have a look at what you posted in the Discord server? Go on then whilst I'm on the cloud. I don't normally go on Discord while we're streaming, but nice long happy flight tonight. We're not overloaded with ATC, so let me have a quick check, see if I can see anything. Oh, good gracious. Nope, I have no idea. Unless you hadn't had a GPS failure by any chance or anything like that, had you? Oh, contrail. See that? Can't see the contrail now, can oh, I think you can just about see it, but what do we think, guys? Am I leaving the visor down? Does that look better? Do you prefer it like that? Christian says that it's on the roadmap for this year. Oh, fantastic. David, is San Elmo's fire modelled? No. Though that would be rather cool, wouldn't it? Red Thread, how much RAM am I using on the PC with all the programs and streaming? I've not actually got the task manager open, otherwise I'd be able to let you know. I'm not going to open it whilst it's flying just because, well, for obvious reasons. We'll keep the stability as it is. Miguel, just general bug fixes, much better optimization overall, and the pushback works, which is neat. Right, passing flight level 300. Think we're almost. Are we almost over the Atlantic? Hang on. Oh yeah. Looks like we're nearly over the Irish Sea. Ben Airbus 330, am I in Ultra? No. I'm running sort of medium high, just with a couple of Ultras. Fabrice, TCAS for you is the problem because you use IVO and real traffic. So Fabrice, if you're using IVAO, surely you're not using traffic from like the default AI traffic or anything like that. The two would obviously get in the way of each other. If you're talking about using real traffic from Aerosoft just for liveries, that makes more sense. But TCAS shouldn't be a problem. It's there to help. And if you're flying with air traffic control, then and you're still getting TCAS warnings, then I think the ATC needs to go back to training. Pavel, how do you use the drone camera? Okay, so this is using default key bindings. So to use the drone camera, you press the insert button. That gets you to the drone camera. That looks nice. And then to move it around, it's the Alpha, Whiskey, Sierra and Delta keys to move your camera position. And then the numeric keypad 4, 6, 8 and 2 to move it up and down. So yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. Alex, can you change landing lights from halogen to LED? You could on the test builds. I don't know if they withdrew it just for the release while they refined a few things. Right, we're coming up on our temporary cruising altitude. Danny, you're flying alongside us, by the way, as Easy 69 Alpha Tango as 6941 had already been taken. Well, I don't know who did that. Alt. Pavel, is it possible to use the mouse for the drone camera? Not that I'm aware of. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and change our cruising altitude for the time being, so I will give our passengers a comfortable ride. 340. There we go. Alt cruise. Right, top of the climb. Those clouds look fantastic, don't they? Look at the headwind that we're facing as well on today's flight. So, how long is our flight left? We are going to arrive. Oh my word, that's late. About 11:30 tonight, UK time. Wow. Oh, the wife's going to kill me. So the weather radar, Ben, is not functional at the moment. Not a FENIX issue, but a Microsoft Flight Simulator issue. Hopefully it'll sort that out in upcoming builds. Once they open that, then the developers can start tapping into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know that we've reached our cruising altitude for today and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet SIP pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Cool. All systems are go and normal. So this is one of the flights where for the first time the equitime point would become quite important if we had an issue. Obviously flying over the Atlantic there are very few places to land if anything goes wrong. So you need to know if you're over halfway or not. Ryan, hi, sorry to quick asking, do I know in the order in which the strobes and beacon lights have flashed have been addressed, or is it a known issue? Can we actually see them out here? Is it too bright? Let me see. I'm trying to get a camera view where we can see both. So they seem to be independent to me, which is right. Pavel, do I recommend Rex? I think there is absolutely nothing wrong with default weather. I mean, this is well, this is beautiful, isn't it? The only time you need something like Rex is when the Microsoft weather server goes down, which, touch wood, hasn't been for a long, long time. Dark says, look underneath the aircraft. Why? What have you done? So Dark Fury is our channel livery designer. Kyle, you're on your holidays again in Barcelona at the moment. You bought the Airbus and can't wait to fly it next week. You're going to love it. Kyle, does it have hoppies incorporated? Indeed it does, yeah, that works. Ben, can I extend the tray table? I can. Yep. Complete with all the clicking sounds that goes with it. DT WAF says, now the sim just needs animated passengers. I like the idea, but can you imagine the extra resources the aircraft would burn up using that? Fabrice says the toilet row is in use, unfortunately. Well, maybe there's some nervous flies on board. Maximilian, my settings are mainly medium, high, with a couple of ultra, clouds being one of them. So what do we think? I keep watching that sun. Do you think, is it dropping down, or are we going to be able to chase it for the duration? Wesley W, yeah, the cabin crew sounds there from self-loading cargo, like you say. That is an external mod. Loving the views. Still the last few little bits of land showing out there. Simple takeoffs. Good day to you. Happy Friday.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly. And
Irizase, thank you so much for subscribing, Irizase. That was a sexy belly. There you go, Dark Fury. You didn't know you had a sexy belly, did you? Simple takeoff. She tried Denver to Seattle twice today in the 737. Got a crash to desktop both times. No warning or anything. Sim just vanished. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Does anyone know the time of the sunset in Iceland? Just out of interest. Christian with 10 subscriptions to the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members. 10 Easyjet Sim Pilot memberships. Christian, how incredibly kind. Mohammed has been gifted a membership. J-Hog has been gifted a membership. About time, J-Hog. Dave Scott gifted a membership as well. Christian, that is unbelievably kind of you. Just wow. I agree with Von McLean. Christian, mate, thank you so much. And welcome everyone. Captain Goose, DJ Day, Yardy, Carson, Lou, Mid-14, Cam G, Nick Lane. Welcome to the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members. If you're on our Discord, make sure you get yourself into the membership lounge. You're a legend, Christian. Enjoy your whiskey or whatever your your drink is of choice. Callum and David say 23:15 is sunset. 23:15 is sunset. My God, what time is sunrise? Do you know what then? We are scheduled to land about 5 minutes after that. Kevin says it's amazing to see where we are and where Flight Sim has come. Yeah. You are quite right. Quite right indeed. Danny says the whiskey's already affected you, Christian. Dark Fury, 16 new memberships so far as well. Thank you to all of you guys that have gifted memberships, and welcome to the new members. Thank you guys for such generous support. Aim of how to configure the TCA. The throttles move, but it's the throttles don't move, but it's assigned. Make sure you've assigned it to the right one. Check out. Has anyone got a link to the TCA thrust setting calibrations for the FENIX video that I did? I'm a bit weary about opening other browsers while streaming and flying because I don't want to hog PC resources. But you need to make sure that your throttle levers are set to the right axis in Microsoft Flight Simulator, not the one with 0 to 100% on them. Just the throttle axis. Simple takeoffs, I agree. Very generous, Christian. Danny, this is going to be an incredible whole flight. The whole flight as day and sunset. Yardy, wow, they have really short sleep. Sunrise is at 3:30. They need some good blackout blinds, don't they? Charlieing, what's new in the test build? So, better optimization. We're definitely showing better frame rates when panning around the flight deck. And pushback tug is working as well now, which is really good. I would imagine it's probably not going to be long until this update is pushed. Kyle, has the plane got realistic movements during turbulence? Oh yeah, absolutely. And the best evidence I've got on that is when we had a 30 knot strong headwind coming into Bergen. We had a gust as we were coming into touchdown, and the plane just glided up with the extra wind, and it was stunning. Brian, you missed the start. How did the pushback work out? It was perfect, mate. Absolutely perfect. It worked exactly as it should. So excited to finally get this out, I'm sure. Now, that aircraft that was ahead of us, where is he? He is same altitude as us, but 20 miles out, so that shouldn't be an issue. I think that might just be his contrail there. Danny, you're quite right. The sun is setting, but albeit very, very slowly. We still need to fly north. We're flying more west as well at the minute. Remember, the further north we go, then the less sunset we'll see. Yeah, Christian, we're playing Chase the Sun today. Do you guys remember back in the olden days of the long-haul Friday flights and mileage Mondays? Do you remember we did one? I want to say it was Alaska, maybe Anchorage. We saw the sun set, and then almost immediately the sun came back up again. It was very strange. It was really strange, but it was amazing. David says, wait, is the pushback tug in the EFB working a bit better? With this new build, it seems to be, yes. Just remember, it's still under investigation and being tested, but all signs are looking positive at the moment. David, do I have issues with toolbar pushback? Right, so I have removed toolbar pushback for the time being because it does seem to cause memory leaks with the FENIX. I don't know about other aircraft, but certainly with the FENIX it does. So yeah. So Danny, what's that? You think you found a bug? Can I increase and decrease the McDo brightness? That is going down, but I'm having to press it a heck of a lot. Can you see that? Yeah. Can you press and hold it? Nope. I'm gonna get repetitive strain injury now as I try and turn that back up. And Danny, you think it was from Anchorage to Chicago, that flight, but could be wrong. It seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it? Right. We can get up to flight level 360. So let's go for it. First climb, open climb, flight level 360, blue, and new altitude is set. Oh, Kyle, have you not seen the window shades? Yeah. And they make such a difference. Getting rid of that, we've obviously got... It's difficult to see the instruments, but pop that back down. And it's beautiful. Danny, no, not a bug, just a pain. Right, we should be at our new cruising altitude shortly. Whilst cruising, if we set that there, we'll get up a little bit quicker. I forgot to do that in the cruise. Change the cost index to 0. Yeah, Kyle, so the sun visors are not just there as a little cool gadget, they actually serve a purpose. What I really like is the ability to just, if we let's have a look at this. I mean, it is a stunning flight deck, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Get the sun through that little hole in the top of the visor. Hello. What's that? Flight control left side stick fault. Calibrate null zones. Really? I've seen a few people having this issue. I've never had it before. That's not something you're going to find in a QRH or an FCOM either. That's Alt Cruise. That is a sim issue. Has anyone had this and resolved it? Do you know then, for a minute I thought, oh my word, we've got a small little emergency. We haven't. We've got a control issue. Calibrate the null zones. Well, here are the null zones. So perhaps if we just perhaps edit those. Has that done anything to it? I don't think there's an issue personally. I've never had an issue. I'm going to pop that back where it was, to be honest. Christian, if I wiggled my stick too much, you leave my stick out of it. Right, let me just get rid of that. Okay, let me just disconnect the AP. Okay, so we are drifting a little bit when I do that. That's interesting. Shouldn't be manually flying at this altitude, but how strange. Well, there we go. It's just righted itself. Alright, autopilot 1 back on. Keep that in nav mode, please. There we go. Right, we'll do a fuel check in 30 miles when we get to Gomup. Alright, well, whatever it is, we've cleared the ECAM warning, so that's good enough for me. I've never had a flight issue when flying this thing, so hopefully we won't have one now. So 20 miles or so, as I said, we'll do a fuel check. And just having a look at en route weathers. En route weathers. Where on earth are we looking for here for en route weathers? Because, well, there aren't many airports on the way between Scotland and Iceland. I mean, the closest one, which would be sensible with a long enough runway, is probably Stornoway Airport. It's got a runway length of 2,300 meters, which is obviously plenty. So that's Echo Golf Papa Oscar. Let's go ahead and check that out. There we go. That's that weather request sent off. So, at Gomup, what fuel should we have? Oh, there's that equitime point, look. So, this is where it becomes useful. At the moment, if we have a problem, we'll just turn around and head back. Once we've passed that, we're over halfway there. Oh, Dark Fury, Jam and Toast Tea. What good idea. Can I leave the flight deck? David, have I ever had the issue where the FENIX veers left and right when taking off? No, I haven't, funnily enough. Danny asks, did I prepare any ditching procedures? Well, no. Ditching procedure is pretty straightforward. Start the APU, keep the landing gear up, flap 2, determine the VAP, and then depending on your aircraft weight, that is what the VAP is. So, for example, our gross weight at the moment is between 60 and what is it? 63.6. So that would be, rough calculation, about 166 knots. Turn the push button, press the push button on, and then our target pitch is 11 degrees attitude for ditching. Why are we talking about ditching? We're not going to ditch. Flight Tim Sim says, hi Gavin, is there a way to drop the QRH and Ofcom into the documents folder for the plane to read in the briefing section of the EFB? I don't know. I know they were talking about potentially getting... I think trying to get PDFs to be read on here was causing a bit of an issue at one point. GD, see if the flight attendant will make me some toast. No, I don't want toast, I just want the cup of tea. Nick, is my ATP flashing? No, it's not. Right, what fuel we got on board? We've just passed Gomup. We should have... what fuel did we take? We took 1.2... between 1.2 and 1.3 tons of fuel extra. So at Gomup... should have about 6.9, between 6.8 and 6.9. Sorry, 6.9 and 7. We've got 7.1. That's absolutely fine. Matthew, fly cargo, get the tea yourself. You don't need adult supervision to let you out of the monkey cage. Oh, is that the reflection of the internal windows now? Was that there before? Is that just now because we've changed direction? I need to check that next time we make a course change. They weren't there before, were they? Someone will have to wind back to when the sun was over here. That's impressive. Craig Allen, look at the sun. Yes, it's beautiful. Felix, can I see an improvement with this build? Do you know what? One of the biggest, apart from the pushback tug, which is now working, one of the biggest improvements is panning around. This looks a lot smoother than it previously did. So, yes, I would say so, definitely. Tommy, are the engine sounds toned down on startup? I don't know. I would have to check that. You have to remember the engines are actually quite a long way back from the cockpit. When you sat sort of here, then they're a lot louder. Literally chasing that sun. I love it. One day, guys, I'll have time to do a full across the pond transatlantic flight. Mario says if you turn pre-cache on Ultra, the camera will be very smooth. I certainly don't have my pre-cache set to Ultra at the moment. Animal Clip says, just reminded the reflection did change when we changed course. Did it? I thought it might do. We've just climbed and I'm still cruising away at cost index of 0. Don't have time for that. We have made up a bit of time actually. Can we get flight level 380 just yet? No, not yet. We keep climbing higher, we'll get there faster. King Crimson, do we know a good forum to discuss the FENIX? Yeah, their Discord server. Literally 20,000 people on there, all asking questions and helping each other out. Matthew says, oh god, this would be a horrible job if you could hear the engines in flight. Well, that's it as well. You've usually got noise-cancelling headphones on too, so... as well as the aviator sunglasses, let's not forget those. Mustafa GT, by the sounds of it, no performance improvements. I would have to disagree with you there. This definitely seems better. Sniper, why not change the cost index mid-flight? Okay, and this is just a SOPS thing. So when we're climbing, we set the cost index to 0 for climbing. The idea there being we target a lower speed. In order to do that, we just raise the nose, we climb faster. We reach the cruising altitude faster. Once you've reached your cruising altitude, then we set the cost index back to what it actually is on the operational flight plan. Not all airlines do that. It has to be said. Just those in orange. Matthew, anything over 2 hours the headset comes off of a flight level 180 for you. I suppose it could get a bit tedious. Depends how comfy your headset is, I guess. Mustafa GT, in my opinion, what do I think has improved noticeably? Panning around the flight deck definitely is much better. And some tests that I've done as well compared to the current release version to this shows much better FPS. J-Hog, have you taken a wrong turn somewhere? Oh dear. I'm sure as and when this the next update is out for the FENIX that Amir and the team will deliver a change log, because they are of course very good with the communication of the in the Discord. Sniper, does the A320 auto-tune VORs? It does indeed. We're just too far out of range to actually pick any up at the moment. Well, J-Hog, now you've done a slight detour, you best run a fuel check. Benny South Street, thank you for subscribing. J-Hog, you've been watching Nick and thought you'd have a go. Yeah, but you've not cut in front of me. That's the difference. When Nick goes on a detour, he knows exactly what he's doing. Matthew, you got the Bose Pro flight, but still only so much heads-up wear you can do in a day. Matthew, I can't recall. Were you on the CRJ? I'm guessing you're not doing huge long flights on that. Craig, good to see an improvement. Would I say it's now on par with PMDG as shown in the comparison video below? I'd have to go back and watch it to be honest with you. To find out. All I can say is I'm happy, and you got to remember I'm running a GTX 1660. If I'm happy, most people out there should be. Chavez 25. Anyone's got the issue when calibrating the quadrant? It goes from flex to reverse on the plane. Make sure that, try this if you've got an issue like that, set your null zone to 0.5. I have to, so if you need to do the same, then obviously go ahead and do that. I reckon my first officer's going to need a walk. If he can cross his legs for another hour and a half, we're good. Matthew, yes, you're RJ trash. Is that what they call it? But you get your fair share of 3+ hour flights, even so a 4.5 hour repositioning flight. A 4.5 hour repositioning, god that sounds boring. But then again, it's quite nice because you are not dependent on getting people to their destination. But a 4.5 hour flight, I'm guessing of course, that's alright. Long flight, you don't actually need as much fuel because you haven't got all that extra weight. Sniper, can you change the registration plate and cell car code? If you can, you'll need to speak to Dark Fury, who I think might still be in the chat. He'll let you know how that's done. Madsib, the A320 wings don't flex that much. They're not that big. It's not like a Dreamliner. So I think it's worth, definitely worth pointing that out. Jens, yesterday you flew in the cockpit from a 737 from Amsterdam to Helsinki. They really don't care in real life. We were turning off fuel pumps and rocking the wings just for fun. In real life? Did you have passengers on? I know you were. Are you part of the aviation sector, Jens, aren't you? Obviously, don't divulge anything that you're not meant to. Oh, Von McLean, landing at Iceland's absolutely fine. You'll love it. And if it's going to look like this as well, that's going to be really neat. Because we've got gorgeous views, haven't we, as we're coming in? Sun visor is certainly doing its job. Mustafa, no toolbar pushback at the moment. It's just got a bit of a memory leak in it. If you're doing really short flights, it might be alright, but long flights has seen some degradation in performance, so I have deleted it for the time being, which I really don't want to do because I think it's an amazing piece of kit. So I don't want to sort of trash the software because I think what it does is amazing, but it just needs a little bit of tweaking, I think. Timothy, what's the red button down the pedestal? One with the page selection button. Emergency cancel. So that will clear all of your warnings, because sometimes you can have 2 or 3 if something really has gone bang. Oh, I bet I'm gonna have to. Am I gonna have to yeah, I thought I was going to. Right, let me sign into my Navigraph again. Mustafa GT, no problem. Jens says, Jens Waldron, yeah, you had passengers and all, seemed like their only concern was getting there fast. The whole prep took 15 minutes. Well, you know, funnily enough, when I'm not streaming and sort of talking my way through, I can set up the box for a flight in sort of 5-6 minutes. Obviously when I'm talking through stuff for the stream, and so people know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, it takes me longer. So setting a lot of stuff up, particularly if it happens to be a flight between an airport between a couple of airports that the crew knows. I mean, that's fair enough. They know what they're doing. Lee Rose, what are the next things I expect the FENIX guys to do? Patches, updates? Well, this is an update version that's being tested, and I think the biggest update, or certainly for me, because one of the biggest bugbears of mine was the fact the pushback didn't work. That's now being fixed in this, so I'm hoping this gets pushed out soon. Right, what are we looking at? Baslu 3 November for the arrival. And then ILS Zulu. Runway 01. Get the charts up as well. Okay, so here's our arrival today, coming in from Baslu. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's neat. Right, so this should be pretty straightforward. So let me just check the coding of this approach. Now's as good a time as any to check that. So Baslu LSIG KF 386 387 388. So Baslu LSIG 386 387 388. And at Dexon, we have a speed restriction of 230 knots. And then after that, let's have a look at the arrival. Which is the ILS Zulu. Okay, so at Dexon, 3,500 feet, max 230 knots. Dexon, yeah, okay, I want to be at 3,500 feet by that point, and then we can slow down during the transition to Kilo Fox 101. So let me just go ahead and tweak that. So Dexon, if we get 3,500 at that point. Oh, what have I done? That's better. In fact, actually, no, scrap that. What's the platform altitude? Platform altitude is 2,500 at 101. 101. Right, that's where I want to tweak this. I want to be at 2,500 there, otherwise I'm going to be too high on the glide. And how far out is 101? That's 9.8 miles out. Right, I want speed 180 knots at that point then. Insert that. The rest now of the VNAV profile will work its way out around that. Dexon, I'm just going to lower that a little bit, that speed, if we aim for 210, because then I can plan to be green dot at Dexon. Flaps 1 as we're getting down there, then flaps 2 as we intercept the glide slope at as we go down the localizer. Right, so that's all done. That's pretty straightforward. Let me go ahead and just mark that up. Oh, once again, my green pen's been stolen. Right, so at Dexon, I don't like that. That's far too big and fat. Bin that off. So Dexon, here I want green dot, and then flaps 1 at this point, flaps 2, and just so I know the speeds that we've got in there, we want to be 180 as well. Oh my word, that is awful drawing. If you're doing this on the external tablet with a stylus, it's much nicer. Trying to do it with a mouse shows how unartistic I am. There we go. Right, that's my arrival plan done. Oh, is ATIS online for Keflavik? Really? Have they seen us coming? We'll do a landing performance calculation as well in a bit. Dismiss that. Oh my word, what kind of ATIS is that? That's well, that doesn't work. Expect ILS or RMP approach runway 19. Oh. Okay. Well, landing on runway 01 then's probably not a good idea. Oh, they've put runway condition codes in. Oh, 6 mil dry snow. All taxiways poor, all aprons poor. Transition level 8. Weather at surface wind is 150. Variable between. Temperature plus 1, 2. Oh, is the runway really that bad? Oh man. Oh, that's going to be interesting then. Yeah, I should really read the chat before I start painting away. When this flight plan was made prior to the flight, in real life they were using runway 01. You know the easiest way to check this. Jump straight on flight radar 24, have a quick look, see what's occurring. Actually, the last aircraft to land there was about 2.5 hours ago. Well, if wind is 140, I suppose runway 19. Well, no, runway 19 wouldn't make any sense if winds were 140. Surely to goodness. If the winds were 14, we'd be looking at using runway oh, ignore me, I'm talking rubbish. Yeah, so if winds 14, then yeah, runway 19 ILS. Okay. Right, well in that case then we're going to be coming in via Elvum. Well, good job it's a long flight, we can update things. So, runway 19 coming in via Elvum then. Let's change the arrival. So that is now going to bring us in. Oh, I'm going to have to go through this and find out, aren't I? Right, that's runway 2828. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. Looks like we're going to be doing the Basel 2 kilo arrival to Elvum. Right, let's update. So ILS 19 Zulu. Basel 2 kilo via Elvum. That's just made my flight a little longer. How annoying. So that's now done. Let's check the coding of that then, shall we? So we have now got Baslu 151, Betlu 244, 154, 155 and Evelyn. Lovely. So then, in order to ensure that everything in the box is programmed correctly, let's just get rid of the charts I'm now no longer using so we don't get confused. Right, so Elvam I want 3,000 feet. This is almost exactly the same, just a different runway. So Elvam's going to be 3,000 feet. Green dot, flaps 1 as we come down here. Max speed is 200, however, KFI19, how far away is that? 8.6 miles, yeah, I don't want to be doing 200 odd knots, I want to be 180 knots maximum at that point, and flaps 2. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the arrival. So, Elvam, I want 3,000 feet. And I'm just going to reduce the speed slightly there. And then from there at KFI19, there it is. KFI19, we need to be at around 2,200 feet. And I want 180 knots with flaps 2 out to intercept the glide slope. Excellent, so top of descent then is in around 40 minutes. Nick, so 333, is it medium on the landing calculator? Right, let's go over to that and do a landing performance then. So, on to the arrival performance. So, it's going to be medium. We're landing runway 19. It's going to be medium. We'll apply the current METAR. The landing weight, we need to go and work that out. So, we're planning to land with how much fuel on board? Let me have a look. We're planning to land with 4.3 tons of fuel. We have currently got, we've got 6 point, let's round it up. We've got 6.4 tons of fuel currently on board, and we're going to land with 4.3. That is a difference of 2.1 tons. So 2.1 tons off our current weight is a landing weight of 60.6. Let's be conservative then, we can round that up. Let's call that 60, a landing calculation. We'll do that with 61 tons. So landing weight of 61 tons. Landing distance available is 3,000. Auto brake low. Oh, auto brake low will do. Anti-ice might be on. Although, is that for wing anti-ice system fault? If ice accredited, right, okay, no. Anti-ice will be on, that's fine, that's for if it's failed. Yeah, so, auto brake low will do. I'm going to set that now actually, I won't forget then. Long way out, but there you go. Von McLean, you're just in the galley. Good idea. Anthony S., good morning to you. Paul, hope the new build is going well so far. Definitely feels better. Paul, am I going to do some more painting? Oh, I can do. If you like watching me paint so much. I just basically need to flip this chart around because that is essentially all I'm doing. So I can get rid of my starred charts because that's not the arrival I'm doing anymore. I'm arriving on the Baslu 2 Kilo arrival. Coming in via Eltham. And MSAs were coming in 4,000 feet. Have a look at our approach chart for runway 19. So here it is. I'm going to use yellow. Let's pretend that's a green, shall we? So there's my green dot. That is an awful G. There. How's that? And then we want flaps 1 here, flaps 2, and I've got 180 knots in the box at that point. Oh, I'm just awful at this. There we go. Green dot, flaps 1, and down to 2,200. I'm just going to write on here as well. That is my platform altitude, so I've got that easily to hand. Let's grab a couple more things off the chart then. So runway elevation is 161. Missed approach is nice, straight out, 3,000 feet. ATC vectors. Transition altitude is 7,000 feet. That platform altitude is 2,200. No, it isn't. That's a lie. Platform altitude is actually 1,800. And what was that METAR? The METAR was actually quite decent, wasn't it? Great visibility, so it is going to be... It's going to be Cat 1. No auto land for this flight. So that is runway visual range above 550, 361. Right, landing calculation done, landing brief is done. Final thing, once we have landed, we are vacating right. That will take us on to Sierra 2, Echo, and then either Kilo 2, November 4 if ATC is online. And the main terminal then is obviously just there. Lovely. Great to see the sun is still up as well. Oh, Wayne, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Right, whilst I've been sorting all that out, I've completely missed the chat for the past 20 minutes, so my apologies if I appear to have ignored anybody. Sorry about that. These clouds look like they're getting higher and higher, don't they? Do you know what? This is amazing that we're on live time. But we departed with a real route on live time out of Edinburgh and the sun is still shining. I don't think the sun's going to be still shining when I go and walk First Officer George after this flight. Right, where is our top descent? Top descent is 120 miles away. So, with that, guys, I just need to head back to the cabin because I am absolutely parched. I need to go and grab a drink. So I shall leave you with this. Well, what do we think? Do we want a nice view there, or should we just go for a lovely wing view? They're quite nice, aren't they? There you go. Right, so I'm just going to leave you in the capable hands of our cabin crew, and yeah, I'm just going to go and grab a drink. I'll be back with you in 3 or 4 minutes. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you everyone so far that's contributed to the channel's upkeep, and to the new members as well. Big thanks for the gifted channel memberships. I will be back in a few minutes. Please do leave a like on the stream, and of course, if you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe and smash that notifications bell as well. I will be back when I've got a nice fresh drink for our landing. Now that we've done all our briefing, all the boxes set up, and fingers crossed, we can relax. we're still a good hour away. Plenty of time to go. Speak to you all in a couple of minutes.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh, right guys, I'm back. Cabin crew doing the refreshment round, so get your drinks orders in. Oh, so thirsty. Just had a lovely drink and then I've realised that I'm probably now going to need the loo when we land. Really bad planning that, wasn't it? So, I just checked back in the flight deck. Sun is still shining. Fantastic. All ECAMs look clear. And it's supposed to be an amazing feeling when you're doing this in real life, trekking across the Atlantic Ocean and seeing the sun all the way down. Barry Golding gifting 5 channel memberships. Barry, oh thank you so much and welcome. Seb Breen, Jason Terry, Chains Rock, MThef and Tommy, welcome to the membership club. If you're on our Discord server, please make sure you get into the membership lounge on there, and I look forward to meeting you all. And thank you so much, Barry, for such a kind gift ship. Is that a word? I don't know. But Barry, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. We've had 22 new members tonight, guys. 22. That is insane for a wonderful Friday night flight to Iceland. Thank you so much. Wayne First Officer George was very pleased to see me. He thought I'd come out of the flight deck to take him walkies. Sadly not, but I did kick out the training captain, so there you go. Sam Hagab, do you need to activate anti-ice just before beginning the descent? So it's standard operation procedure, Sam, to turn it on, yes. Chances are you're going to disappear, you're going to come through some cloud layer at some point and the temperature is going to be low enough that you're actually going to need it. Once you're out of that though, you can check the temperatures and turn that off, but yeah, standard operation procedure is get that on as you go down. Danny, just curious here, but at what altitude the McDood says you're going to be crossing Baslu for the guys flying along? Let's have a look. So I've got Baslu crossing flight level 230. Yeah, that would seem about right. Baslu 230, looking at the chart. Suna888 on Twitch, good evening. You have a question. What temperature is important for de-icing to turn off the anti-ice? TAT, SAT or what? Can I explain? Yes, certainly. So, let's have a look. Your true air temperature is what's important when you're on the ground. So if the true air temperature is below 10 degrees and higher than the SAT temperature of minus 40. So the range is between 10 degrees TAT and minus 40 SAT. So as you can see at the moment, we're minus 56. It's too cold at this temperature for there to be any real ice moisture crystals. So we don't need it. But yeah, so plus 10 TAT, minus 40 SAT is the magic number. Dark Fury, you're waiting for your own custom badge. I think we'll have to invent some more. We're going to have to invent some more badges for the lifetime memberships. A lifetime membership badge. UK Mail 757 arriving at Iceland at the moment. Arriving runway was 01. Exactly, that is the runway that we'd planned, but VATSIM's come online and done a VATSIM thing and not checked which runways are being used in the real world, so we have to do what they say, otherwise it could cause chaos here. Is runway 01 now in use on VATSIM? Oh, okay. Back to plan A. Let's double check. So, what have we got? That's not even working. Okay. So, we have now got... runway 10 is in use. Runway 10 in use. My god, no, it's not plan A. This is now plan C. Alright. Next chart. So, we're gonna use runway 10, which is this one, via Sonax. UK mail, you did type 01 instead of 10. Fair enough. Glad we picked that up and checked. Right, so different arrival then. Let's see what we've got. So we're now on the Basel 3 mic arrival, coming in via Sonax. We've done this a few times. Right, I'm running out of space on the piece of paper I've got in front of me. Right, runway 10, Basel 3 mic arrival via Sonax. Let's go ahead and change it. Danny, we may as well just fly direct to the USA. Could change again, couldn't it? This is actually a really good reason for having the secondary flight plan. What I should have done at this point is we should have just copied the active flight plan. I'm saving that now. That's all set up. So if runway 01 becomes back in use, I can just copy that straight across. Let's go ahead and change this. So now we're expecting ILS 10 Zulu. Basel 3 mic. And Sonax. Insert. So let's go ahead and check the coding, see how we want to set this up. So we've got Basel 382, Picus and Sonas. Basel 382, Picus and 187 and Sonax. Where's 187? Did I miss that? Oh yeah, 187 there. And Sonax, we need to be 3,000 feet at Sonax, or above 3,000 feet at Sonax. Let me just have a look what the actual ILS looks like then. Yeah, I want to be 3,000 feet. I don't want to be that high, because then at Keflavik 10, I want to be 2,200. So, just to help plan our profile, 3,000 feet, 210, green dot. At least all of these are pretty much the same. It's just coming in at different ways. So here, I want it to be 2,200, 180 knots. 2,200, 180 knots. And insert. Done. Now, landing calculation. We need to redo it. So we're now planning runway 10. Still going to be fine. We may even weigh a little bit less as we've got a few more track miles to fly. So that's still valid. Just refresh the METAR on that, see if that's changed at all. We're still good. Slight briefing change to our arrival then. So once we've landed, we will vacate Echo 4. And did someone say that ATC is now online as well? 255 miles to run. So we have got approach 1193. Might as well go ahead and tune that in already. 119.3. And then tower is also online 1183. Spot on. So 3 runways so far. UK Mail, it's only 21:39 in Reykjavik now, so sun's going to be up for ages. Yes, a daylight. This is weird. Doing a flight here in lifetime, which we set off in the UK, and we're going to be landing in the daylight. It's awesome. It just is. No flat earthers here. Danny, that will make the flight longer again. Yeah, I know. What's our ETA now showing? 22:24. It's just getting longer and longer, isn't it? Right, fix info page. You know I like my 30-mile radius around here. Fuel on board looks good. J-Hog, you obviously went the scenic route today with your flight. How far off course did you go? Dark Fury, do we need to adjust winds for the airport location? How do you mean adjust the winds? Obviously, as I get a little bit closer, I'm going to go and pop the METAR into the performance page and update those. But no, there's no other winds that we should need to download. Sonny, put the Ray-Bans on. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Loving it. I'm going to put that visor back down. What it does mean, though, on the arrival is it means we'll have the sun behind us, so we'll not be landing like this. Oh, not only is Reykjavik approach online, Reykjavik control is online. And they're also using CBTLC. So we could perhaps go ahead and notify them, couldn't we? If I can get to the right menu. Oh, don't need to, they're there. 1197. Right, so that's approach, that's the next frequency I want. So yeah, 119.7. Reykjavik Centre, good evening, Easy 6941, flight level 360 inbound Brekkie. Sunny 147, Northern Lights will be cool, sadly they're not working.
Okay, I'm just setting up here, guys, stand by, EC 6941, set squawk 4133.
4133, Easy 6941.
Good evening, Reykjavik Control, 464 with you with flight level 360.
Speedbird 464, Reykjavik Control, good evening, set squawk 4124.
So Squawk 4124, 0464.
Good evening, Reykjavik Control, EC8507 with you, flight level 30.
EC8507, Reykjavik, set Squawk 4120.
It's going to be an exciting ending
Squawk 4120
to our flight tonight.
EC8507.
Excellent stuff.
Reykjavik Control, good evening, this is Wizard Port Alpha with you, flight level 360 inbound to India, November Golf.
EC42 Alpha, Reykjavik Control, set Squawk 4117.
Squawk 4117, Wizard Port Alpha.
Are we going to need to enter a hold, or are they going to be able to separate us?
Station calling, you're unreadable.
Reykjavik Control, good evening, EC875, flight level 340, inbound Breaky.
EC875, Reykjavik, good evening, set Squawk 4114.
EC875.
EC6941, identified level 360.
Roger, easy 6941.
Speedbird 464, identified level 360.
Roger, 360, Speedbird 464.
Verdict Centre, EZ2355 is with you at flight level 360.
EZ2355, Reykjavik Control. Good evening, set Squawk 4102.
Oh, notification failed. That's
4102
unfortunate.
for EZ2355, could we also request descent as we just hit top of the descent?
EC2355, I have you identified now, 360, descent, flight level 100, clear pass through 3 Mike, arrival, expect ILS, Zulu, runway 10.
So yeah, that's confirmation. It's going to be the Basel 3 Mike, runway 10.
EZ2355, you were broken.
EC2355, descent, flight level 100, clear pass through 3 Mike, arrival, expect ILS, Zulu, runway 10.
EZ2355 is cleared down to flight level 100.
John, a new build seems much nicer.
Could you repeat that back?
Much better frame rates when panning around the flight deck, etc.
EC2355.
Pushback works.
Baslo 3 November. Correction, 3 Mike.
Baslo 3 Mike for EZ235. Thank you.
EC85, correction, 875, identified level 340.
So how far away is our top descent? We're still about 80 miles away. Tori, yes, this is indeed a new build. Hopefully an update will be pushed soon. Just a few tweaks, optimizations, pushback is working.
3 Mike arrival, expect ILS Zulu, runway 10.
Basel 3 Mike arrival for runway 10 Zulu, 0464.
I've said this before, but Nick really does have a pilot's voice on the radio. Maybe it's the VHF static crackle that it adds.
Just confirm flight level 100 for our initial descent.
Danny, yeah, cost index is 8. That's right.
Roger, EZ2355.
Sorry, 147, you hope the Phoenix lives up to Flight Sim Labs. You've quit P3D for this. Oh, yes. Yeah, it does. It really does. And the immersion factor as well is just something else. Right, so what's our ETA now then? Just try notifying ATC Center again. Maybe he was still setting up.
EC875, cleared path to 3 Mike, arrival, expect ILS Zulu, runway 10.
So about 40 minutes, I think.
Cleared by the Baslu 3 Mike arrival to for ILS Zulu 10 Easyjet 75.
EC8507 cleared Asrun 3 Mike arrival for ILS Zulu runway 10.
Clear the Aslan 3 Mike arrival ILS 10 Zulu Easyjet 507.
Sonny 147 says you're going all in now. You've waited so long for it. I promise it's worth it. You're going to enjoy it. Tony, there's an event going Greece to Rome. That'd have been a good route to do tonight.
And EC6941 cleared Baslu 3 Mike arrival, expect ILS Zulu runway 10.
Cleared the Baslu 3 Mike ILS runway 10 Zulu approach, EC6941.
And Speedbird 464 requested descent.
Speedbird 464 descent via star, flight level 100.
Sent by star, flight level 100.
So now, I don't think anything else is going to change. We can sit back and relax. This has been planned 3 times over, 3 different runways. ATC has now come online to bring us all in. What an epic Friday night stream. How long have we been live for? 2 hours 40 minutes in the FENIX. A new test build which improves the overall optimization of the aircraft. The pushback works. Panning around the flight deck is just much better now. Really nice and neat.
EC2355 descent flight level 80.
Turn that terrain radar off, that's far too blue.
Flight level 80.
Although actually, I can't pop that back on and just turn the brightness of it down, of course. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? It's going to be so good. The weather radar is just like the missing key at the moment. Once that's there, be brilliant. Christian, we've had 0 Friday night quiz questions. It's unbelievable. I know, and it's actually a Friday night. Quick, think of one. J-Hog, you'll be coming in now via Sonax.
Descent via star, flight level 130.
100 descent flight level 130 with a 4000.
So the Baslu 3 Mike and the VIA is Sonax. Sierra Oscar November Alpha X-Ray. Paul, can you disable all the failures in the FENIX? Oh yeah, of course you can.
EC875 130 descent via star.
Mona Lima, hello, welcome back.
When ready, descend by the star, flight level 150 Easyjet.
Sunny 147 at the moment. I'm using the rudder axis for the ground steering.
Verdict Centre, EZ235. Can I just check if there's any speed restriction on this approach?
Speed restrictions?
Correction, EC235.
220 at Sonax.
No speed restriction for you.
Oh, fair enough. That guy's got free speed.
Roger, EZ235.
Unless we hear otherwise, we'll obviously be respecting those. Paul, they are disabled in default mode. Sonny 147, that's correct. I use the twist stick for the rudder. Although, big news, happy to report this, I'm getting rudder pedals. We've got an aircraft of this quality now in Flight Simulator. It was only fair to fly it properly with rudder pedals. So we're getting some good ones. Once I get it all out and get it set up, I might do a video on it. Rui Martins, good evening, sir. What time is it? Oh my word, it's just gone 10 to 11 UK time here. I've just realised I never started the timer when we pushed back. Never mind.
Scandinavian 458 is sending through 220.
How are we doing for time with regards to our actual schedule? Scheduled time of arrival is 22:25.
471 Reykjavik, set squawk 4131.
Estimated 22:30.
Scandinavian 458, set squawk 4103.
4103, Scandinavian 458.
The Thrustmaster TPR pedals are indeed a very good bit of kit.
One, seems like you're already airborne. Are you ready to copy your clearance?
Danny, did we update the minimums for runway 10? Do you know what? No, we didn't. So runway 10 minimums are now 309. In fact, the reason we didn't update them is because we've not actually done the performance, so we're going to go do that now. So currently the QNH here is 10. I've lost it. Where's it gone?
Easy 2355, contact Keflavik approach, frequency 119.
1025. Yeah, I didn't put the barrow in there yet, Danny, so you panicked me then for a moment. Temperature is 10.
Report your speed.
We're doing Mach decimal 62 at the moment, 0464.
And the wind 13012.
On conversion, I would appreciate if you could keep the speed at 310 or greater.
Transition altitude 7000 and the barrow
310 or greater, signal 464.
309.
Easyjet 75, report your speed.
Mach decimal 73, Easyjet 75.
Okay, Easyjet 75, maintain speed 300 knots on conversion.
Maintain 300 knots on conversion, Easyjet 75.
We'll wait for them to ask what ours is in a moment.
Easyjet 507, ready to descend.
2500. Good evening to you. A bit late today. It's late in general, but love the departure. The scenery is gorgeous. Yeah, Edinburgh looks really nice, doesn't it? Hopefully, Keflavik won't disappoint either as we're coming in. That's words on what's changed. So lots of little fixes, but the main thing is some more optimization, and the pushback is working correctly now, which is of course a big fix. Right, we've got 5 tons of fuel on board, so if we needed to go around, we've got absolutely no problems with that. Speaking of the go around procedure, this is
line 471, sorry for the delay. Descent flight level
3,000 feet.
Correction. Descent flight level 70.
And just check our go around track.
And are you in Pontaroper now?
Is runway heading 5 miles and then a left turn, max speed 210.
Okay, are you planning ILS 30?
So that'll be done flaps 1. Also, we need to keep a minimum of 160 knots until 4 miles.
Scandinavian 458 identified.
ILS DME.
170, descent flight level 100.
Hello, wind gust. Well, that just knocked the passengers' cups of teas out of their hand for a moment there, didn't it? Christian says, you see no one's checking the oxygen pressure in the cockpit prep. It's done on the first flight of the day, Christian. I was on I'm on the turnaround gang. It's been done. That's my excuse.
Easy 8507, descend now, flight level 100.
Descend now, flight level 100, Easy 8507.
Ronnie, other than...
Easy 6941, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Easy 6941. So thrust idle descent 150 blue. So Ronnie Sutherland, the FENIX update is done through the app, and you'll be notified, I believe. It's also on the in their Discord server. They post announcements all the time, so definitely keep an eye on that. Can't believe that we've got controllers online, we've got the approach control online, we've got the tower online, all here in Iceland at this time of night. That's just awesome. Patrick, thank you for subscribing. For those of you that have just tuned in, we've just started our descent into Iceland after nearly 2 hours.
There's no traffic that I'm aware of at Wacker at the moment, but there's one traffic behind you, approximately 25 miles.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So wind 13012, so headwind slightly from the right then as we're coming in. JD, are we going to MK Studios Keflavik Airport? Indeed we are, yeah. Paul, have I tried the new Dark Star jet plane? No. No. Ronnie, you're very welcome. So just see a little bit of Iceland there. We've flown with this visor down the whole way, and I would have thought it would have got pretty annoying, but actually it's looked spectacular. Sonny 147, the price of anything in Iceland is ridiculous, isn't it? Flight Sim, what's the name of the GitHub model matching repository? I can't recall, but I think Nick, channel member Nick, has posted it on our Discord server, so definitely check that out there. FSX flights, how do you get your landing weight? You have to do some maths, I'm afraid. So work out how much fuel you've got, how much fuel you're going to land with. So that says I'm going to land with 4.7. I've got 5 tons of fuel, so that is a difference of 300 kilograms. My current weight is 61.4. Take away 300 kilograms from that, that's going to be 61.1. Ooh.
EC6941, report speed.
We're showing 0.6, Mach 0.66, easy 6941.
EC6941 on conversion, reduce speed or maintain speed 280 or less.
280 or less for easy 694. Okay, so we'll just keep an eye on that. I wanted to just change that. We're now going to be 61. Oh, hang on, clear that. 61. Call that 61.5 tons now. Landing performance still valid. We're going to be using auto brake low. That's fine.
EC8507, contact approach, Keflavik approach, frequency 119.3, bye-bye.
119.3,
so we started our descent a little bit early, so we've got a nice shallow speed anyway. Nick, can you dump fuel in the Phoenix aircraft? No, you can't, but then you can't in the real A320 either.
We share 42 Alpha, contact approach 119.
Christian, he didn't ask for Mach specifically, but we had just passed flight level 300, so at that point, I'd still be given a Mach speed. It's usually around, what, 24, 25, 26 where the conversion occurs.
With you, flight level 340.
Vueling for...
Sonny, this is Windows
Vueling
10.
39 Charlie, set squawk 4111.
Squawk 4111, Vueling 39 Charlie.
So, as long as we remain below 280 knots, which, looking at our nice rate of descent at the moment, we're on the VNAV profile, the managed descent profile. We're going to comply with instructions quite nicely. The way he's slowing people down, you can tell that with a bit of luck there's not going to be any holds to be performed this evening.
Skydiver 458, descent flight level 80.
KN, the buttons you press is the left Alt key and then numbers 1 to 9. So Alt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. I have those bound to my
Skydiver 458, cleared out of controlled airspace now. And
my side sticks, so I can just flick between them.
70 and
Howling Crazy, good evening to you.
On final for runway 30 now, approximately. He's approximately 10 miles up. Skydiver 458, frequency change to advisory approved. Vueling 39 Charlie, identified level 340.
So I've just changed that to a 12-mile radius. By that point, we're looking.
Vueling 39 Charlie, Reykjavik.
We're looking to be.
Reykjavik, this is Vueling 39 Charlie. Go ahead.
Vueling 39 Charlie, identified.
We need about 4,000 feet, but we're not coming in straight in. So
Vueling 39 Charlie.
the better thing to do would be to go to the progress page and pop in here. Our airport landing runway, Big F10. There we go, 62 miles. Checking the track miles though, we've got 80 track miles to run. Profile is spot on. Howling Crazy used CPDLC for the first time today. I tried to use it. They refused me. They didn't like me. Ollie, how do you get VORs to show the nautical miles? You have to turn them on just here. So that's off, that's on. So these are both auto tuning at the moment to the Keflavik VOR. Stefan, I don't have a button on the side stick for push to talk. I actually use one on the keyboard. Roger, do I know how to hide the two knobs above the train on? I don't have one. Ah, do you mean the two instruments? That's if you're using the that's if you're using the old analog instruments. So to change those, you go to FENIX app sim settings. Is it airline modifier? No, airframe, and change it from the integrated standby to analog.
293 Reykjavik control, are you on the frequency?
There you go. Halogen doesn't usually come up with blank lines though on the VOR, only if it hasn't got anything to tune to. So for instance, when we were over the middle of the Atlantic, there were no VOR stations nearby, so it couldn't auto-tune to them. FSX flights, you're full of Bacardi. Well, it is Friday night, mate. Glad you're enjoying the streams. Adrian, is the performance better in the test version? It certainly does seem that way.
EC6941, contact approach 119.3, bye-bye.
Approach 119.3 for EZ6941. Good night.
Good night.
0, you're number 4, becoming number 3.
Number 4, coming number 3, wow.
Down to 3000 and cleared for the ALS approach via Sonics, Easyjet 75.
Keflavik approach, good evening, EZ6941, passing flight level 180 for 150, inbound the Kilo Fox 382.
EZ6941, Keflavik approach, hello, continue descent, flight level 100.
Continue descent, flight level 100, EZ6941. Right then guys, with that, trying to get you sat in the seats. Seatbelt signs coming on, let's do the approach checklist. So arrival briefing is confirmed, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are set 309.
All stations, Keflavik information Delta is current, QNH 1025, and Reykjavik Airport information Bravo is current, QNH 1025.
That's okay, let's start that checklist again, we got interrupted. So, approach briefing is done, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 309.
What's your current indicated airspeed?
And engine mode selection is normal, EFB is stowed.
Was there 42 Alpha, say again please?
280 knots with the 42 Alpha.
Was there 42 Alpha, reduce speed 250 knots please?
Reducing 250 with the 42 Alpha.
Super 464, descend via the approach procedure and once established 160 knots till 4 DME.
Descend with the RS and we'll keep the speed to 160 till 4 DME, speed of 464.
That's quite important, that. 160 knots till 4 DME.
Was there 42 Alpha, descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Descending 7,000 feet, QNH 1025 with the 42 Alpha.
Theomir, there is a SimBrief airframe for the FENIX available on the FENIX Discord server.
Up to tower 118.3, thanks for the ATC, speed of 464.
Howling crazy, the sunset has looked beautiful for the past 3 hours. We've been chasing the sun over the Atlantic, it's been spectacular.
And EZ875, after Sonax, speed 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME. Traffic information for you, you are number 2 on the approach currently, behind the British Airways A320 just established onto the ILS.
British Airways in front of somebody? Never. Who could that be?
Sonics 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME and traffic advised, Easyjet 75.
Apologies if you can hear me drinking away. Non-alcoholic, I promise.
Actually, disregard. Was there 42 Alpha, turn left heading 225 degrees for traffic separation, and you can expect to rejoin the star at Sonax.
Turn left heading 2 to 5 degrees
Sunny 147 looks beautiful. Yeah, Jinx there with Howling Crazy. This is why you've ditched P3D. There's no comparison, is there? Not now the study level aircraft are coming out. So, I will get rid of the sun visor when we turn away from the sun.
Easy 8507, Keflavik approach.
Gert DKBAW is Speedbird. Yeah, so
Easy 8507, if you could just stop your
that will be
descent to
channel
flight
member
level
Nick,
80,
who always flies
temporarily
Speedbird and somehow always manages to get in front of everybody else.
Yeah, Easy 8507, stopping descent plate.
No limit, what button do you have to bind him Axel Flight Simulator to get the
And
auto
Easy
throttle to
8507, traffic information
disconnect?
for you. With their A320 at your...
I never do it, to be
4
honest.
to
I've
5
never bound one for
5
auto
miles,
thrust
about
disconnect.
1,000 feet below you.
Never needed to. Not in the Airbus.
Easy 8507.
Paul, will I be getting any of the other
And,
737
with their
variants?
42 Alpha,
Ooh,
descend
don't know.
5,000 feet.
Descending 5,000 with the 4
Easy 875, contact tower now, 118.3. Safe landing, bye-bye.
Contact tower 118.3, thanks for your service, Easy 875.
Easy 8507, continue descent now, 3,000 feet.
Continue descent 3,000 feet, Easy 8507.
And at Easy 8507, just to clarify, it's 3,000 feet level by Sonax.
3,000 feet level by Sonax, Easy 8507.
I think we've got that in.
With your 42
Anyway.
Alpha, turn right route direct to Sonax now, please, and you can
Yeah.
continue
3,000
descent
feet,
to
level
3,000
Sonax.
feet.
Right direct Sonax and descending 3,000 feet with the 4,000.
And with their 42 Alpha, reduce your speed 220 knots.
Reducing to 0 with the 4,000.
Right, flight level 100 coming up. Let's get the lights on. So there we are, level off at flight level 100.
Easy 86941, stop your descent at 7,000 feet due traffic, please.
Wilco, just confirmed, the last cleared flight level for us was flight level 100.
Easy 6941, I had you down as descending to 5,000 feet, but that might be a mistake on my part. If not, then you can continue to descend to 7,000 feet on the QNH 1025.
Descending 7,000 feet, QNH 1025, easy 6941.
Easy 8507, via Sonax cleared, ILS Zulu approach runway 10, your number 2 currently.
Thrust idle,
clear,
descent
ILS
7,000 blue.
Easy 8507.
And Easy 8507, after Sonax, reduce your speed 160 knots, please. Maintain till 4 DME. Traffic is an Easyjet A320, currently final for runway 10.
After Sonax, reduce speed to 160 until 4 DME, Easy 8507.
And Easy 69941, report your current speed.
Current speed is 255, easy 6941.
Easy 6941, reduce your speed please, 220 knots or less.
220 knots or less, easy 6941. We're going to need some speed brakes.
Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cab crew.
Approach phase is activated.
6941, you can continue to descend to 5,000 feet.
Continuing descent to altitude 5,000, easy 6941. I think that might be some VFR traffic that's just beneath us there. We can see him there, but again, I bet that's only because... Oh, I can see him, but it's a lot easier with the sun visor down. So, I'm still going to keep that down for the time being. We can also see traffic out ahead of us on the approach.
Easy 6941, turn left heading 295 degrees for separation, and you can expect to rejoin the star at Sonax.
Left heading 295, easy 6941.
And with their 42 Alpha reduce your speed, you can...
So we're now into
180
open
knots
descent.
180 knots, 180 knots forward to Port Cloud.
With their 42 Alpha, via Sonax cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 10, and after Sonax speed 160 knots, maintain till 4 DME.
Clears to ILS Zulu runway 10, and after Sonax maintain speed 170 or 4 DME, just Port Cloud.
Easy 8507, contact Keflavik approach 118.3. Correction, Keflavik Tower 118.3. Safe landings, bye-bye.
Host Tower 118.3. Thank you, Easy 8507.
Do we need the first officer's visor down? I don't think that's going to help us, is it? No CDA for us today.
Easy 6941, descent 4,000 feet.
Descend altitude 4,000, easy 6941. So if we're looking to join at Sonex, I want to be green dot, remember, at Sonex, and flaps 1 as we leave. Christian, someday you might send your eye doctor's bill to me. I wouldn't be able to afford it, mate. But with how bright I usually have the standby instrument. For those of us just joined us, welcome. How many people have been here, apart from those who are obviously flying, how many people have been here right since the start of the flight, over 3 hours ago, back in Edinburgh? Sonic 147, indeed, I have a 1660, not the TI. Bear in mind, remember, my settings are scaled back.
And Easy 6941, descend 3,000 feet, start reducing your speed to 160 knots, please.
Descend altitude 3,000, reduce speed 160 knots, Easy 6941. Thrust idle.
Easy
Open descent.
6941, and you can also turn right, redirect to Sonax. Cleared, via Sonax, cleared ILS Zulu approach, runway 10.
Direct Sonex, cleared ILS Zulu, runway 10, easy 6941.
And with your 42 Alpha
Flaps
Keflavik
1,
approach,
speed's checked.
traffic information for you, 1 ahead of you on the ILS, you are number 2, becoming number 1, and there's also 1 VFR, I believe, in the traffic pattern at Keflavik.
Christian, yeah, slowing down. 17 miles out, and we're slowing down to 160 knots.
6941, traffic information for you. You're number 3 on the approach, becoming number 2. Traffic is a Wizz Air A320 Neo joining the ILS, and there's also another traffic just touching down at Keflavik now, and a VFR in the traffic pattern at Keflavik.
Roger, understood. Thank you. Easy 6941. And flaps 2, speed checked. Well, this is adding to my delay time, isn't it? 160 knots, 17 miles out.
And with report to Alpha, we are established on localizer to 10.
With Air 42 Alpha, contact the tower now, 118.3. Safe landings, bye-bye.
118.3, thank you, bye-bye.
So we're still going to be coming in via Sonax. We're now 160 knots. We're going to hold 160 knots to 4 miles DME.
If you want, I can give you a vector to establish more directly onto the ILS. Would you prefer that, or would you prefer to stay with the procedure?
We'll take the vectors, please. Easy 6941.
Perfect. Easy 6941. Turn left, heading 070 degrees, please.
Left heading 070. Easy 6941. Loving the sun
Easy
now.
6941, correction, it's a left turn heading 050.
Left turn heading 050, easy 6941. We've been cleared the ILS, glide slope blue, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Cabin crew, if you could please prepare the cabin for landing, which will be arriving shortly.
There's the airport. Craig Allen, hell yeah, take the vectors. Right. Well, taking the vectors is one thing. Let's clear the flight plan. Max Brooke, thank you for subscribing.
Easy 6941, descend to 2,500 feet, turn right heading 070 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 10.
Right heading 070, descend altitude 2,500 feet, cleared ILS runway 10 Zulu approach, easy 6941.
Easy 6941, just confirm 2,500 feet.
Descending altitude 2,500 feet, easy 6941. Alt glide slope blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blinds open.
Leonard Gordo saying too far too slow. Not my doing, mate. We're following ATC instructions. Lots of traffic on the approach tonight, so they vectored us out and slowed us down so they can get people in.
The toilets are no longer in service.
Better to do that than exchange paint with another aircraft, I suppose. Paul Newman coming in hot. I'm sensing sarcasm. And we'll hold 160 knots till 4 mile DME. So I should start intercepting that localizer in a second. There it is. There's runway in sight. Lock star. Von McLean, thanks for being with us tonight. Thank you so much. See you on the next one, mate. No limit. The biggest difference I can see FPS wise is certainly when panning around the flight deck. What's that aircraft doing there? Glide slope star, missed approach altitude 3,000 feet, set. Loving the sun behind us, by the way. That is awesome.
Easy 6941, 160 knots still 4 DME, contact the tower 118.3. Safe landings, bye bye.
Over to tower 118.3, easy 6941. Thanks very much for the service. Good night. Gear down, spoilers, flaps 3. Speeds checked, flaps 3. Tower easy 6941, established runway 105 miles.
Easy 6941, Keflavik Tower, good evening, continue approach to number 1.
Continue approach, easy 6941.
And Wizard 42 Alpha, taxi Echo, November 12 to gate 1.
Saigon 6, Wizard 42 Alpha.
Should I be concerned about this aircraft?
42 Alpha, taxi Echo, November 12 to gate 1.
Flaps full. Landing checklist.
Echo, November 1 and 2, to gate number 1 with the 42.
Cabin is secured. Auto thrust. Speed. Go around altitude 3000. Set.
Thank you.
ECAM memo landing no blue.
And easy 6941, winds are 130 degrees at 12 knots, 10, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 10, easy 6941.
M6941, as you may see, a little bit of traffic information. You have a Cessna doing the circuits on the downwind, just X1 when you have visual contact.
Lovely, we've got them in sight. Easy 6941.
Don't worry, he's just a camera personnel.
I look forward to seeing the shots afterwards. Autopilot disengaged. I have control. Watch for that wind spinning around to come from the right. At the moment it's pretty straight on.
Og hérna Sigurðin X-ray eins og sér þá hérna Easy A320 að fara að landa bara 1-0 og þú kannski sér hann.
I'm hoping that wasn't for me.
Sé það með mínum eigin augum, Sigurðin X-ray.
500.
Takk.
Yes.
Just keep pushing the nose of that aircraft down.
100. Minimum. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, a little bit of waving around there. I suppose it's deployed reverse green, decel. And auto reverse thrust is disengaged. We've disengaged the auto brakes.
6941, welcome to the land of orbiting Cessnas. Vacate left on the Echo Vapor.
The cabin crew will shortly be leaving
Vacate
their
left
seats
onto
to perform
Echo, Easy
safety-related
6941.
duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket.
Tilbúið fyrir lendingu, Sigurðin X-ray.
Overhead lockers.
Já, Sigurðin X-ray, bara hérna kalla á mig á lokastafnu 1-0.
Kalla á lokastafnu, Sigurðin X-ray.
Smoking area.
And TC 6941, taxi Echo, November 13 to gate 8.
Crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey.
Gate 8
Related
via
to
November
flight and
13.
destination
Thank you,
information,
Easy
check out our
6941.
official Facebook page.
Lokastafnu, Sigurðin X-ray.
Sigurðin X-ray, vindar 160 gráður, 12 knútum, braut 1-0, heimill landing.
Ennú heimill landing, Sigurðin X-ray.
Right, clean the aircraft up. We'll now concentrate on where we're going. So straight up here. Take off first left. That takes us on to November, and then we're going in via November 13, gate 8. Welcome to Iceland. Oh, what a nice long flight, guys.
X-ray, þú mátt aka eins hratt eins og það langar, bara haltu niður fyrir breytina og fara hægur og November.
Já, aka alla leið niður, Sigurðin X-ray.
So left on to November, and our parking stand is somewhere around here. Rusoft, that is indeed correct. Oh, look at that low sun. We beat the sun! I said, hopefully we'll get there before the sun sets. And indeed, that we achieved. So we're going to be taking, is it our second right, I believe? Well, we've got the MK Studio scenery, so I'm hopeful that we've got lots of good signage. T-Man 41291, dang, you did miss it. Craig Allen, gorgeous flight as always, loved the lighting. It was just perfect tonight, wasn't it? Danny, how up to date is the Phoenix passenger list? I have no idea what you mean by that. You've just found out he's got a Michael Jackson on board. Well, what can I say to that? Why have I got no signs? Is this November? Yeah, this is the one we want.
Suðurinn X-ray, hæra á November og svo á Austurlað til hvað það sem langar í?
Hæra á November Austurlað og bara hvert sem ég vil Suðurinn X-ray, bless.
Right, that car's in the way, but never mind. Tidy up the flight deck and we're taking stand 8. I'll turn off the taxi lights now. That car wants to play chicken with me. Soft, indeed this build has, yeah. Is that Nick over in the far corner of the British Airways? Sonny, this is AIG, that is correct. Stand number 8 coming up on the left. Great scenery as well from MK Studios.
And all stations, delightful latest update for you. Echo is now active, QNH 1025.
Takk fyrir meistari.
Alltaf. Hvað er þetta íslenska? Já, hvað heldur þú? Listela?
Parking brake set. APU bleed on.
319, áttu ekki vera á delivery?
Icelandic voice off. Right, let's shut down our engines and get deboarded. So, engine 1, engine 2, seatbelt signs off, N1. Takes longer than the Neo to slow down, doesn't it? N1 below 10, beacon light off. Now we can deboard. Fuel pumps. And squawking 2000 on standby. Job done. Unlock the flight deck door and well, wave goodbye to our lovely passengers. Look at the sun shining through the cabin. Look at that. Is that what those lights are? That is insane, isn't it? It is, you know, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, wow. That is incredible. That is indeed the sunlight shining through. Well guys, welcome to Iceland. I hope you've enjoyed the flight with us this evening. We've been live now for just over 3.5 hours for our flight today. It has been a great way to spend a Friday night. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We've chased the sun all the way over the Atlantic to Iceland. Managed to beat it as well. Still hasn't set. Looks absolutely stunning. ATC for the departure. Full ATC for our arrival. Lots of vectoring going on as well. And as streams go, yeah, I think that was one of our better ones, wasn't it? Really, really good stuff, and enjoyed every minute of that. Shame something's gone very wrong with the jetway, but but never mind. Right, guys, It's nearly 20 to midnight here. It's definitely past my bedtime, and I still need to go and walk the first officer. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have got something great lined up for you this weekend. For those of you who have donated, contributed to the stream during our flight today, thank you so much. To those of you who have gifted channel memberships as well, my biggest thanks. Really kind of you guys. Appreciate every single one of those. To the new Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members, welcome. I hope to see you on our Discord server in the members lounge very soon. And of course, as always, a big thanks to those members who have continued to support the channel for many months now. And yeah, it's so much fun doing this. Doing these streams. You guys are the whole community and the reason that I don't mind staying up till 20 to midnight. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. And as new builds go, I'm hopeful this will be with you. This will be out and updated pretty soon, because it's great to have the tug working correctly, and FPS is indeed much better. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you so much for flying along with us tonight. Good night, guys. Bye bye.